Okay, picture this. You walk into your local butcher shop to pick up some minced meat. It feels like the most normal, everyday thing, right? But what if I told you there is an entire, invisible, super strict legal rule book governing exactly what happens behind that counter? Yeah, it's all designed specifically to protect us. Okay, let's dive into this. What actually goes down when that fresh piece of meat gets tossed into the grinder? You probably think, well, it's just a machine doing its thing. But honestly, looking at the official hygiene guides, it's wild. Every single gram, every movement the butcher makes, even every minute on the clock, it all matters.
Section 1. The Butcher's Ritual.
And this brilliantly illustrates the foundation of it all. Buying minced meat isn't just a transaction, it's practically a choreographed routine. The official hygiene guide you see here isn't just tossing out friendly suggestions. No, this is literally the legal gospel for butcher shops. It dictates absolutely the whole shebang, from how the room is set up to the exact gear they use. Everything happening right in front of your eyes, it's strictly mandated by this code.
Section 2. The Fat Rule. So here's the deal. When meat gets minced, its surface area massively increases, which actually makes it super vulnerable to spoiling. Because of that, the rules about what goes into it are rock solid. 25%, that is the absolute maximum fat content legally allowed for fresh beef minced meat. Seriously, not a single percentage point more. So, the crucial point is this. Adding extra fat is strictly forbidden. When you point at a nice piece of meat in the case, the mincemeat you get must contain only the fat from that specific cut. The butcher absolutely cannot pad it out or inflate the volume by tossing in random pieces of fat from somewhere else. What you see is exactly, literally, what goes into the grinder.
And hey, these rules are also a massive shield for your wallet. The price of that minced meat, it has to be exactly the same as the price of the whole cut you chose. No markups just because they ran it through a grinder for you. And definitely no charging you for the weight of the bone unless you specifically ask for it. The law makes sure this whole grinding process doesn't hit you with any sneaky hidden fees.
Section 3. Beyond the machine. Now what's really interesting about this slide is the focus on that big steel machine. The law does not mess around here. The mincing of the meat must happen right in front of you, the customer. And you know, it's not just the butcher providing good customer service, it's a strict legal requirement. Keeping ready-made, unpackaged minced meat sitting around in the back, totally illegal. It's all about absolute transparency.
Then there's the cleaning, and wow, this ritual is specific. First, they have to thoroughly scrape the machine to get rid of any solid bits. Next up, washing it out with hot water and approved food-grade detergents. And finally, a really meticulous rinse with both hot and cold water to make sure zero chemical traces are left behind. This immediate daily routine is literally the front line of defense against harmful bacteria and cross-contamination.
Okay, did you know this? It is 100% illegal to grind chicken in the exact same machine used for beef or pork. No way around it. The law explicitly demands a totally separate, dedicated machine just for poultry. Why? Because the risk of cross-contamination, especially with nasty stuff like salmonella, is huge. So keeping them separate is absolutely vital for our safety.
And the regulations get incredibly granular here. Look at this. Any leftover minced meat trapped inside the machine's parts cannot legally exceed 100 grams in weight. Just 100 grams. And get this, before they grind your meat, you have the absolute right to ask them to completely clean the machine to remove any of that previous residue. Talk about consumer power, right?
Section 4. Labeling and Shelf Life.
Let's move to and see how this builds when we bring time into the equation. For pre-packaged fresh minced meat, the clock is ticking fast. The use-by date can absolutely never exceed 3 days from the moment it's packaged. 3 days. And that's it. Because the environment of minced meat is basically a playground for rapid bacterial growth, this super strict timeline is just completely non-negotiable. Now think of the label as the meat's official passport. It ensures total transparency from the farm right to your display fridge. It has to show the business details, clearly say minced meat, list the exact animal species, and explicitly state both the actual cut date and the use-by date. Honestly, it's your absolute right to know the full backstory of your food. But of course, all these rules mean nothing without proper temperature control. Minced meat has to be continuously stored in the cold. We're talking 3 degrees Celsius or less to ensure safety. That's absolutely crucial to stop those pathogens in their tracks. The cold chain, it can never, ever be broken.
Section 5. The Informed Consumer.
When you think about it, this whole unseen rulebook exists for one reason: to protect us. So let's quickly recap your rights. You have the right to watch the mincing process happen live. You can demand a strict maximum of 25% fat with 0 sneaky additions. You can request the machine be cleaned right before your cut to avoid any cross-contamination. And you deserve totally transparent pricing that perfectly matches the cut you chose. You are in the driver's seat here.
So the next time you're standing there looking at the butcher's display, you're not just looking at dinner. You're looking at a huge, complex system of rules working entirely in your favor. Knowing this hidden protocol now, what's the very first rule you're going to check with your own eyes on your next trip to the butcher?